Okay, I think we're live. I'm gonna wait a minute or two for a couple people to possibly hop on here. But I just want to share some of the phases I've been going through with my window washing business and how we've been able to accomplish them and move the business forward without having literally any previous business experience or knowledge before. I've never ran a company, I've never owned a company, I've never started a company. The only thing I've ever done is do sales within a company. That really helped me understand how things operate, how the business is actually driven, but it didn't really help with the day-to-day operations and kind of who's managing and who's overseeing projects and how they're getting done and all that sort of stuff. So if you're on here and you happen to hop on here, go ahead and drop a what's up in the comments so I know who's on here. But I'm gonna dive into a little bit. I only have a couple minutes, so I just wanted to share with the few of those who actually wanted to hear. So really quickly, I started a window washing business. It's called Insight Window Washing. It's been running now. We've been building for probably the past 3 months, but we've been finishing out phase 1. So I wanted to go over the different phases of the business and how I plan each phase and each project and then each task within that phase. I've been finding it's really hard to stay organized. And what's up, Sam? It's really hard to stay organized, and you know, you have the overall business you're trying to build or promote, or your personal brand, but then within that are these other subcategories that have to be operating on a high level. Because if one of them isn't operating on a high level, then you might be driving sales, but your customers aren't happy, or you're really good at customer service, but you can't create any new customers. So finding that balance has been really hard for me, but I just wanted to share what's been working for me, and then any advice. I would love to hear advice from anyone, because I think it's very important that I've always been someone who doesn't like to listen to other people's opinions, but if it's advice or if it's something I think could help, I always take it into consideration. So I think considerations and opinions are two totally different things, and I'm always open for considerations. Don't really care as much about your opinion, but considerations are what are how we help each other, I think. So phase 1 really quick is the foundation for the business. What's up, Devin? What's up, Aaron? Phase 1 is the foundation for the business. So you can't go out and sell, you can't go out and I can't go wash anyone's home or do anything if I don't have the foundation there. So I wanted to make sure that phase 1, I got these 5 basic things done in order to move on to phase 2. So what those 5 things are is, the first one had to have happened is creating a business model and finding an investor. So that's usually what takes the most amount of time. I was able to work on a business model. It took me about 2 months. And then after the 2 months, I went and met with about 5 investors and ended up landing an investor within the first couple weeks of attempting to do that. So first thing is business model and investor. Second thing is getting your business license. So come to find out, it's easier than it looks, but also could be harder. So all you have to do is, you know, submit a application to the state to get your business license. However, sometimes, like the state of Oregon likes to lose your application, so you have to wait an extra 2 weeks. And sometimes stuff like that comes up, but what are you gonna do? It's part of life. Number 3 is finalize the website launch. So some people will launch their website with nothing on it, or some people wait like way too long and try and make it perfect. Go in between and find that happy medium where you're launching sooner rather than later, but at the same time, it's not. It doesn't have to be perfect for you to get off the ground. What's more important is that there's a place where people can go and find you and communicate to you. 4th thing is setting up the business email. So it's really important to have a business email so people can contact you. You can contact them. And then the 5th thing, I call it stabilizing the books. Hold on a sec. So stabilizing the books is like having your business bank account set up, having your merchant account set up if you're selling something like door to door like we are, or if you're, a little shop, or if you're a little food cart, you have to have a merchant account. Someone has to process those orders for you. And then also with that merchant account is QuickBooks, so taxes, making sure all your taxes are lined up. Because why the fuck, who cares? Why would you want to start a business and do all this work and try and build it up just so that you don't pay your taxes, or you're not on top of your finances, just so it can crumble down in a year? That doesn't make sense to me. So make sure you're staying on top of the books. And so I call that stabilizing the books. Even if you're like a bookie in Las Vegas, you know how to stay, the foundation of finance, and that's really important. So that's phase one. We're just finishing up phase one. Thank the Lord. We've been working pretty dang hard on this, but we're gonna have phase one complete by the end of today. So that's why I wanted to make this Facebook Live, is to just kind of share what we've been able to accomplish the last couple months, and then lastly, where we're gonna go these next couple months as we head into spring and summer. So phase two, and if you guys just hopped on here, feel free, leave a what's up in the comments so I know who was on here. Your love is always appreciated. Phase two is integration. This is my favorite part. Well, second favorite part. This is what's fun to me, is we get to integrate some of these technologies within the business. So we're using a door-to-door software that integrates with Google Drive, our calendar. It integrates with our merchant account. It integrates with everything. So we can now go and track each homeowner or each commercial business to a T, and then we know going back the next year or going back a month later, or however we want to market to them, we know who our quality customers are, because that's very, very important when you're building a business. So the second phase is integration. We're getting the Spodio, which is a door-to-door software, integrated. We're going to be doing recruiting. So we have a funnel for our washers and our knockers. We haven't actually recruited yet for this business, but we wanted to wait until we had the foundation laid first before we went, because there's no point of recruiting someone to something that doesn't exist. We've all been, recruited in, or tried to been recruited into something before, and it's much easier when it's tangible and when it's there. So recruiting is another big one we're going to be doing. We have a funnel, like I said, where basically it just goes over the profit plans for the washers, for the knockers, and then the layers of incentives that we have rolled out for them as well. And then testing. This is really big. We got to go test. We got to prove that the numbers and the projections that we put in our business model are correct. We got to prove that this business actually works and it does have profit, good, high profit margins, and we can have our people win as well as the customers win as well as the owners win. That's the goal. It doesn't have to be one or the other. And then the last thing on phase two is getting lawyered up. So making sure all of our legal stuff is in order, our contracts. We're going to be doing a lot of subcontracting, so making sure that's all good, and then just making sure we're not doing anything wrong, because there's no point in starting a business if you're just going to get popped off by the police 6 months in because you forgot to look up one of the laws or something stupid like that. So definitely don't want to do that. Phase three, and then I'll end this really quickly. Phase three is actually my favorite. It's marketing, right? It's where we actually get to go promote and brand the business and actually share it within the community. So kind of the three big things we're going to be doing with marketing is, the first is Google and Facebook ads. Window washing is something that a lot of people Google, so we're going to be buying up a lot of those Google ads, and then using Facebook ads to target, because I did door-to-door for almost 2 years, and I can't tell you how terrible it is to go knock on 5 doors in a row and have them slam it in your face, or to try and be selling to someone that doesn't actually care at all about your product. doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So where we're trying to go with this is that we use Facebook ads to actually market to small commercial businesses and then remarket to our past customers, so that way they don't have to get discouraged trying to hit us up or find someone. We're already coming right to them by a simple Facebook ad, even saying thank you. Thank you for being one of our customers. We appreciate your business so much. I don't think enough businesses say thank you. So we're going to be using Facebook and Google to say thanks a lot. Newsletters, really old school here. So if there's any of the older generation, I'm sure you guys will appreciate this. We're actually going to mail out physical letters to them in the mail. One, either saying thank you for your business, or two, offering them a promotion like 10% off of their next wash, or asking for a review and offering them a discount. So we really want to bring a little bit of old school mix in. So we're going to be doing newsletters. And then last but not least is community service. So we eventually want to tie on a nonprofit to this organization, but we have to get our business off the ground first before we can go doing any nonprofits or anything. So we want to start out by just doing some simple community service, helping some smaller organizations here in the Portland area by having guys in our company go and work within their organizations. I mean, not only to help the business and the brand, but just for personal fulfillment. I know for me, it's pretty hard to be ungrateful about something when you go see other people's situations, whether it's animals, like go to the animal shelter and then look at some of the animals there, come back and then tell me your life sucks. I'm not going to buy it one bit, because there's so many people out there that have it worse off than we do. And even if we have it really bad, there's still people who have it worse. So I think doing something like community service and getting involved in the community is not only a humbling experience for the individual, but it'll help with the overall brand as well. So that's it. That's my 3 phases of business. That's how I'm building this window washing company. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is just what my gut and my instinct is telling me. So far it's been working well. We'll see how it works moving forward. I would love anyone's advice. Not opinions, because I don't listen to those, but advice or any know-how on business, window washing. I mean, any of the above, marketing. I'm always down to learn. I'm always down to share. I'm always down to grow. So any 2 cents is always appreciated. And if you guys would like some help, maybe strategizing and planning your own businesses, whether it's even a blog or it's a website or it's just your social media, or you want to help out with a local business, nonprofit, whatever it is. If you guys want to strategize those things, I'm really, really, really good at strategizing, and I'm always down to help. So I appreciate whoever hopped on here. Thank you guys for hopping on. Much love to you guys, and you guys will definitely be hearing from me soon. I'm going to be doing these a couple times a week, just kind of updating everyone on what's going on. Thanks, guys.